Sports Shooting Stars will bring the game to you. Marcellus right now, special guest, and it's a repeater. Coach, you're back on the podcast again. Coach Jeff Hoke, state champion, 6A PA. Coach, thanks for jumping on here, my man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us anytime. 24/7 for you anytime.
Well, I appreciate that, and I've already held you to that, and I appreciate you dropping everything, getting up here. But looking at this game, Coach, you guys are 2-0, heading into the Lions' Den to go against the 5-0 Red Lions. Coach, are you familiar with Red Lion? Oh, I don't know if you ever played them at all.
No, I don't know anything about them. I don't even. I've heard about their coach Schmiel, but no.
No.
Yeah, I feel like we play them every other week. Don't you
Oh,
think? It's like I can't get away from them. I can't get away from them.
No, there were some battles last year. I know I'm preaching to the choir here telling you this, but I mean, early in the season when Greg was out, when Joe Sador was out, it was still, I mean, at one point they were up, I think 10 or 11. RB Brown, I remember, hit a huge three. You guys battled back, won that game. And then there was the buzzer beater that Ben
Natal. That's
Ben
right.
Natal.
He
The
hit the
day Ben
buzzers.
Natal hits 1,000 points on the buzzer beater to win that game. And then it goes into districts, and then Red Lion comes back and wins another razor thin game.
Yep.
And then, oh my goodness, here they are again in states. And man, your defense in that game, Coach, just was completely turned up. And you guys got the win. And then eventually went, and like we mentioned, the first public school in the YAI AA to bring home the state championship, and it was the big one, the 6A. Yeah. But Coach, it's a whole new season. You're 2-0.
Oh, yeah.
What's the vibe like at practice these days?
Oh, it's awesome. The kids are really hyped up every day, and it's really cool. It's what we've wanted. It's a player-led team this year. I mean, I don't have to motivate them to work hard. I haven't since Red Lion upset us last year. I haven't had to motivate the kids. Winning the championship, it motivated them more. They want it more. They got a taste of hard work does pay off. So, I mean, they hold each other accountable. We're in practice, and the kids, yesterday they missed layups. They're doing push-ups on their own. We don't make them do push-ups anymore. They miss a layup, they do it. They're holding each other accountable to a higher level because their expectation of themselves is so high. Now, going into the Lions' Den, it's always hard. This is my 5th year, and every single time I have gone there, it has been brutal. It's really, really hard to play there. Shmuel's a great coach. He knows us well, knows how to play, knows our players, and he does a really good job of adapting, to slow us down. We've had some trouble shooting there, but and they're 5-0. They're playing well. They can shoot the heck out of the ball, move it well, disciplined. I watched a couple games of film, boxing out. I mean, again, it's a Coach Schmiel, well-coached team. I think in order for us to play to beat them, we got to play our way. We got to speed this thing up, make them play our style of game. And I think that's what kind of turned it around in states last year. Say, you know what? They're great. They're the best, one of the best, period, not just in the area, at their game, at the way Coach Schmiel has them playing. The discipline, the movement, the defense, and we're the best at our game. So we're going to go after them, and it should be a fun game to watch. Thank God you're doing it.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a barn burner. We're telling everybody, get out there early. Coach, with the way your season started at York High, they Keenan Preston, a longtime York High legendary coach, they honored him before the game. And then the grandson, Byron Pinckney, your player. I'm sorry, Coach, I followed you all last year. And to me, the kid, I seen him in warm-ups last year, but this kid came out of nowhere and really player of the game, Coach.
Yep.
And then you go to Spring Grove, and of course, a guy by the name Ben. You have a few of them. Ben Real was, Ben Real is what this guy is. It seems like, and Coach, it just seems like every game you have 2, 3, 4 different players that step up. You never know who it's going to be. I mean, who's it going to be this Tuesday night, Coach? Who's stepping up for you?
Yep. Well, that's what's kind of cool. I mean, that was a great job, York High, and I appreciate them honoring Byron's grandfather. Byron Pinckney I've been saying all summer it's the best kept secret in the area. He's been an unbelievable player. I watched him drop 5 threes in the first half of a freshman game several years ago, and like this kid's good, but he was injured all last season, couldn't get in the rotation. But we sat down in the spring, had a plan, and humbled himself to say, whatever role I have to play, I want to be a part of this team, the success next year. And boy, he worked his butt off, and everybody brought him right into the rotation in the mix, and he was unbelievable. It is cool to have guys. We try to have 4 or 5 guys in double figures every night. That's the goal. So we got to share the ball. We have to move. We have to be unselfish. And we are, which is really, really cool. So you don't know who it's going to be. We don't know. I look at the book I have no idea. You could have told me RB had 16 points the first half against York High. I didn't know if he had 5. Byron Pickney had 21. I couldn't have told. I knew he shot well. And the last game he had 6, 8, or 10. I don't even know still. I saw the book, but because it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter to them. That's what's kind of neat. Ben Real had 30, and he was not selfish about it. I mean, he was trying to run plays for other guys. The key is if all 5 of our guys that are on the floor play defense the way we want to play. That's the difference this year and they are. We're changing the tempo of the game with our pressure defense. And, it starts at the point with Doug Lair and our backup who started through the States, RJ Jackson, accepts his role as a backup. I mean, the guy could start for any team in the area. He started on a state championship team, and he's accepted it like a champ. And, there's not a selfish bone in these kids' body, and they're just working their tails off. So that's what's kind of cool. I don't know any night, and we don't run a set or game plan to say, this should be this guy, this should be that guy. We just want to kind of do our thing. So it's fun.
Well, you guys have definitely been doing it, and you got a bullseye on your back, Coach.
Yeah.
I know Red Lion is hungry. The Lion's Den. Coach, I got to ask you, though, and I know it's one game at a time, and you got to focus on Red Lion, but looking at your schedule, Coach, I don't know if you guys tried that, but you guys probably one of the hardest schedules I've ever seen in this area, Coach.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit. Is that all by design?
Absolutely, 100% by design. In fact, I drove my AD crazy and probably cost our budget. We had to raise a lot of money because we have 15 road games. We're next week we're playing it away against Newman Goretti, who has multiple state championships. I mean, they're a perennial powerhouse. In January we're playing Imhotep Charter, who's got 10 state titles in the last 12 years probably, and they're 6A. Over the holidays, we're playing Downingtown West away. We play on a Friday, Downingtown West, Saturday, Hazleton, and then Monday we travel out to Upper St. Clair, who goes 6'11", 6'9", 6'8" across the board. So it's by design. Really, the kids, we can't take a day off. We can't, the county is really good and really well coached, and they know us really well. Well, we got to get out of the county where guys are going to try some different things against us that we haven't seen. I mean, I tell people, I don't know what our record's going to be at the end of the regulation. We could be 16-6 and sitting at an 8th seed for districts, but nobody's going to want to play us. I can tell you that. And we'll be battle tested, road tested. And so it was really my design to get the toughest teams we could possibly play. And thankfully, they want to play us. There's some great coaches across the state that want the same thing. And they, it's a target on our back. It's not hard for them to motivate their players to play the defending state champs. So, they're coming after us. So
well,
it'll be fun.
It's going to be one heck of a ride again, or a movie. Like we've seen the movie from last year, which was unbelievable. Shout out to Cade. But wow, Coach. Well, best of luck here. It's Tuesday night. It's Central travels to Red Lion, who's 5-0. The Lion's Den. Get out there early. Show your support. If you can't be there, watch it on Sports Shooting Stars. We'll bring the game to you. Coach Jeff Hoke, thanks again for jumping on, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it. There's nobody better than you guys at Sports Shooting Stars. So thanks. And my dad is thankful every time I text him and say, hey, Dad, it's on Shooting Stars. He goes, oh, they're the best. So he gets to watch the game. So thank you guys so much.
We bring the game to you. Contact us, sportsshootingstars@gmail.com.